Hello, and welcome to the MiracleXStudio podcast. We're glad you're here.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Up the tool. Hold on. I was like editing it and it freaking. Oh, I just messed up. It's fine. I fixed it. It's okay.
Welcome to
Oh man, what the heck?
Studio Storytime.
All right, guys. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, man.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
So far.
It's been a long day.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
It's been going great. It's been chilling. Yeah, I got off of work. I had work off today, so it was nice. That was pretty nice. Hey Trey, did you ever get any of those
Pokemon cards? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What'd you
got
get?
them.
Welcome to
Got like some perfect order.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
And like
Oh, is
a
it?
new set that came out.
Oh, okay. What's the new set called?
Welcome to
Chaos Rising.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Nice.
I actually got some stuff for MSRP.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
Oh.
Storytime.
Heck yeah.
Welcome to
Do you know what like
MiracleXStudio
the
Storytime.
rares are? Like I know they have some, not the hollows, but they got
Welcome
the
to
rainbows or
MiracleXStudio
something. Yeah, yeah.
Storytime.
What's like the good
Yeah.
hits this time? Are they still rainbow or what?
Now they're
Welcome
like
to MiracleXStudio
SIRs.
Storytime.
Oh,
Like
okay.
alternate arts.
Oh, cool.
Welcome
Nice.
to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I'm gonna look one up. What's it called again?
Welcome
Chaos
to
Rising.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I want to see what they look.
The main take towards Greninja.
Oh,
Welcome
really?
to
Nice.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Chaos right. Okay.
Welcome to
Oh, I see it.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Dude, that art looks tough. That's nice.
What I'm saying.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
I see it too. It's beautiful.
Storytime.
Oh, they even got Froakie and Frogadier. Nice.
Welcome
Dude, that's
to
beautiful.
MiracleXStudio
I hope you pull all three.
Storytime.
That'd be crazy.
Definitely not.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I'm looking at some other ones. These aren't bad either.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
What's the one with the
Storytime.
fire mane? It looks like a lion.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
I
Storytime.
Hmm.
Everywhere maybe? I don't know.
Then they got
Welcome
the
to
grass type one. I forgot what
MiracleXStudio
she's called.
Storytime.
I got her in Pokemon Go though. Oh, you know what was crazy? My friend was telling me that he could transfer over his Pokemon Go characters into, I think it was Pokemon
Welcome to
Diamond. I
MiracleXStudio
wanna say.
Storytime.
It was a Pokemon game nonetheless, and he was like,
You
he
could
could
do it
transfer.
in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
Okay, I know that,
Storytime.
but I think he was telling me how he could transfer some of his Pokemon from Pokemon Go into like
Welcome
his Switch
to
game.
MiracleXStudio
Yeah.
Storytime.
Yeah, I didn't know you could do that. That's cool.
That is cool.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Honestly, if I would have known that, I probably would have done it a lot more, or I would have bought the game for it.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio.
Oh, actually, that art looks
Storytime.
really crazy. I don't know if that's like an inverted color, but looks pretty sick.
Welcome to
Here, I'll DM it to
MiracleXStudio
you.
Storytime.
I don't know if this is like
Welcome
inverted
to
colors, but that's an actual thing. That
MiracleXStudio
would go crazy.
Storytime.
I don't think that's the actual one either, but I found that card.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
That's sad.
Storytime.
Oh, it is, dude. That thing looks crazy. Imagine pulling that.
Welcome to
Just the full art.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Oh, is that like the rare one?
Not the rarest one now.
Welcome
Oh,
to
okay.
MiracleXStudio
That's probably worth like
Storytime.
$30. The SIR is probably worth like $400.
Gosh. You hear that, Miracle?
Welcome
$400
to
for a piece of plastic. No, I'm
MiracleXStudio
kidding.
Storytime.
Cardboard. Not even
No.
close to.
My bad, paper.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
Paper with a sticker.
Storytime.
Nah, I'm trolling. Hold on, let me see what.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
There we go.
Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio.
So I worked on like an
Storytime.
intro for a trailer for the 12-hour live stream. Dude, it took me like
Welcome to
5 hours to do that
MiracleXStudio
whole thing.
Storytime.
Cause I went like so in depth. Like I had somebody reverb my voice for like an announcer.
Welcome to
Then I had to like
MiracleXStudio
make sound
Storytime.
effects. Well, I didn't make the sound effects, but I had to import them, and it was just like,
Welcome
goodness
to
gracious, I've never spent so much time on a
MiracleXStudio
freaking
Storytime.
video, like ever. Now I know how Trey feels.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Everything is so much work.
Oh my goodness, it is. It's so crazy.
Welcome to
Imagine being
Again-
busy on
MiracleXStudio
top of it.
Storytime.
Bro, why do you think I don't stream?
Welcome to
lazy.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty stagnant, of course, because I
Welcome
don't
to
necessarily have much new content.
MiracleXStudio
Like I have new
Storytime.
games, like the new Forza Horizon 6. I got the new Lego Batman.
Welcome
I guess
to
it's just the algorithm trying to push me out.
MiracleXStudio
It's kind of tough,
Storytime.
is what I'm trying to say. Because again, I'm new to YouTube, so it's kind of hard to find what.
Welcome
Because
to
the whole thing is YouTube's trying to figure out what
Storytime.
audience you're trying to go for. And right now, I got a mix between like Fortnite
Welcome
6-7
to
slop,
MiracleXStudio
like TikTok brain,
Storytime.
and then I got like adults who are very
Welcome to
how do I say this?
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I don't know, they're just not TikTok brain. They're not brain rot.
Welcome to Miracle
I got the brain rot and then I got the
Storytime.
non-brain rot, so it's a very confusing algorithm of what I've got. Because whenever I started my channel, I started with Five Nights
Welcome
at
to
Freddy's.
MiracleXStudio
So the problem was is that
Storytime.
I don't know how I didn't realize this, but a lot of people joined. But again, you know, Five
Welcome
Nights
to
at Freddy's is technically still like a
MiracleXStudio
kids game.
Storytime.
So I never really looked too far into that, but I got a lot of like children in my
Welcome to
as my viewers,
MiracleXStudio
which isn't a problem.
Storytime.
I'm just saying for the fact that YouTube's trying to push me out, but they're trying to push me out
Welcome
towards
to
the child audience
MiracleXStudio
and not as
Storytime.
much as the adults, which is kind of confusing for them maybe because you know I
Welcome to
stream 18 plus sometimes,
MiracleXStudio
or
Storytime.
I'll drink on stream. It's like as a funny moment or stuff like
Welcome
that.
to
You know what I mean? So YouTube's
MiracleXStudio
very
Storytime.
confused on where to put me in the algorithm.
Welcome to
yeah.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I had a setting right there for you can choose which description you
Welcome to
when you
MiracleXStudio
about to
Storytime.
upload or go live. So you can choose either if it's meant for children or
Welcome to
if you put for
MiracleXStudio
adults, it doesn't
Storytime.
show nowhere in the children's side. If you do for the kids, it'll be
Welcome to
YouTube Kids app.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Oh, that's funny.
So if you leave it blank, it doesn't know
Welcome to
where
MiracleXStudio
your thing
Storytime.
is going towards. It tries to learn bit by bit of
Welcome to
what's your core
MiracleXStudio
audience depending on
Storytime.
what you choose. So if you're playing a lot of Nintendo games, it's gonna go towards kids. If you play
Welcome to
any other indie
MiracleXStudio
games,
Storytime.
it'd be either way.
Yeah, that's my problem. I have everything.
Welcome
So
to
it's like,
MiracleXStudio
yeah, I'll put some of
Storytime.
my YouTube videos as for kids. Most of the, like, I stopped doing that over time because for some
Welcome
reason,
to
when it,
Miracle
again,
X
it's the,
Studio
because like you said, it goes to
Storytime.
the YouTube Kids app, which I didn't know. But before that, it was like, I stopped doing it because
Welcome
nobody
to
could comment on my
Miracle
videos
X
if it was a
Studio
child-friendly
Storytime.
video. So I kind of just stopped. So it's like, a weird mix of
Welcome to Miracle
kids
X
games, but it's
Studio
not targeted
Storytime.
towards kids. Like none of my videos are. Even when I start doing it, I restrict it to 18,
Welcome to Miracle
but
X
it's like
Studio Storytime.
one, you know, people can just create accounts and say whatever age they are. Two, it's there's also
Welcome
a
to
second setting in
Miracle
there to
X
say
Studio
you only
Storytime.
have 18 plus like chatters or something or viewers itself. So you have
Welcome
18
to
plus
Miracle
videos, but
X
then
Studio
the people who
Storytime.
view them specifically, I can turn it down or turn up the age. And
Welcome
I
to
try not to do
Miracle
that as much
X
because, like I
Studio
said, it like
Storytime.
I can't explain it, but my videos aren't for kids. Like
Welcome to
I'm very
Miracle X
like
Studio Storytime.
friendly to all audiences.
Right.
It's just I feel like my content necessarily isn't
Welcome
targeted
to
towards
Miracle
children, so
X
it's like
Studio
hard to balance that.
Storytime.
But
Because I can play like Five
Welcome
Nights at
to
Freddy's or like
Miracle
Nintendo
X
games. It's
Studio
just I cuss a
Storytime.
lot and a lot of other things that are into it. So it's like again,
Welcome
I
to
don't want to
Miracle
target it
X Studio
towards the children
Storytime.
audience per se. Like I don't mind it. I just don't want to like lock it and say
Welcome
it's a
to
kid's
Miracle X
video
Studio
and then I start
Storytime.
cussing and start saying some outlandish stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Welcome to Miracle
Yeah.
X Studio
For
Storytime.
my trying to be for my content is basically like I'm
Welcome
trying
to
to go towards
Miracle
my
X
favorite
Studio
stuff. Sometimes I even
Storytime.
try new things. Like for example, the game I'm
Welcome
playing right
to
now.
Miracle
I've been
X
for a
Studio
long time.
Storytime.
I try to branch out to see what's out there. But this one is
Yeah.
Welcome to
very
Miracle
easy.
X Studio
For being like an
Storytime.
open world, the never discovered. It's like
Welcome
really
to
fun.
Miracle
But
X
the
Studio
characters in
Storytime.
it's like over the top, like anime, like they should have been
Welcome to
like
Miracle X
an anime
Studio
show that we used to
Storytime.
watch. You know, like Crunchyroll and stuff like
That makes more sense,
Welcome
yeah.
to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
that. So what's going on for today is that
Welcome
they
to
added a new
Miracle
update,
X Studio Storytime.
and the thing about it is that people who play the game can use that
Welcome to
chance
Miracle
to get
X Studio
a lucky
Storytime.
roll to have the worship.
Welcome
So they
to
have like the
Miracle
Porsche
X Studio
9,
Storytime.
18.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's like, so I was like
Welcome to
looking at the
Miracle
thing, and it's
X
like, okay,
Studio
so
Storytime.
it is one of those, you have to have the, like money
Welcome to
left
Miracle
from,
X
from
Studio
playing games and stuff
Storytime.
like that. And there's like a lot of stuff
Yeah.
they can do. The thing about what's great about this game is
Welcome to
that
Miracle
you
X
don't
Studio
need to buy the
Storytime.
battle pass, and you don't need to actually use real money to
Welcome to Miracle X
levels and,
Studio Storytime.
like earn the money in there to actually buy stuff and materials for the world.
Welcome to Miracle X
Oh, nice.
Studio Storytime.
So I've been trying to do for that.
Welcome to
So it's really
Miracle
fun.
X Studio
But
Storytime.
the one thing that I've been doing recently, like at work,
Welcome
I
to
got to
Miracle
get
X
more
Studio
people,
Storytime.
interested, like for those who haven't like
Welcome to Miracle
truly
X
understood
Studio
like the survival,
Storytime.
I got to help them out, like to have a better understanding and try to say like, you know the
Welcome
meaning
to
of this,
Miracle
and I will
X
go up
Studio
and show them
Storytime.
what it meant and what is being told for it to be understood. So I felt really
Welcome
happy
to
about that.
Miracle X Studio
Oh, that's
Storytime.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
Welcome to
I have like
Miracle
a
X
similar story.
Studio
It would probably be like a
Storytime.
testimony, right?
Yeah.
It's more like I've
Welcome
met two
to
people
Miracle
and
X Studio
so far since
Storytime.
I've been working at different jobs in the past like year or two. And
Welcome
I
to
met this one
Miracle
guy.
X Studio
Shouts out to him.
Storytime.
He's he was very, how do I say it?
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
Antisocial, right? It would
Storytime.
be like anxious. He has anxiety. And you know, of course,
Welcome
I
to
hung out with him.
Miracle
He was
X
really cool.
Studio
And
Storytime.
after a while, he actually hit me back up recently because he left to go
Welcome to Miracle
out of
X
state and come
Studio
back, and he just wanted to
Storytime.
figure out his life. And he texted me. He's like, "Hey man, I wanted to thank you for everything. Like you taught me a lot, and I want
Welcome
to
to
shake your hand."
Miracle
And I
X
was like,
Studio
"Wow, that's amazing."
Storytime.
Because you know, oh sorry, I should give more context. We ended up hanging out, and I
Welcome to
invited him over to my
Miracle X
house, and we
Studio
just hung out
Storytime.
like normal. of course, I wasn't talking about like scripture and things like that. This is more or less just my
Welcome
person
to
rubbing off on people.
MiracleXStudio
Um,
Storytime.
and so it was really eye-opening to just bring somebody
Welcome to
back to the light per
MiracleXStudio
se.
Storytime.
Like, of course, he didn't like tell me like, oh, I believe in God or anything like that, but his life changed
Welcome to
nonetheless. You know what I mean? Like,
MiracleXStudio
regardless,
Storytime.
because of the fact that, you know, he realized like having friends aren't so bad and life
Welcome
isn't
to
as bad as it seems, and it's okay to
MiracleXStudio
talk to
Storytime.
people and expand and grow. Because the people that I'm talking about right now,
Welcome to
they were like
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
middle-aged 20s, I think, or something, or at least going to their 30s, and
Welcome to
in the nicest way
MiracleXStudio
possible, I
Storytime.
feel like they were kind of stuck in life, you know. So I kind of like
Welcome to
invited him over to like
MiracleXStudio
open his
Storytime.
eyes, and I've been doing that a lot actually. It's kind of crazy. I've been not
Welcome
obviously not
to
inviting people over to my house, but
MiracleXStudio
I've been
Storytime.
talking to a lot of people like per se, and it's been like really eye-opening, and it's really like
Welcome to
scary, but in a good way, because it's like
Storytime.
I never thought like God would give me this purpose of helping people,
Welcome to
even if it's not to bring it to him,
MiracleXStudio
it's still
Storytime.
at least to be on this earth and make people happy nonetheless, you know.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I'm very happy that your guys
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
motivated you
Storytime.
to see life very different, like how normally
Welcome
other
to
people see it.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Yeah, of course. Like life isn't
Welcome
just,
to
you know,
MiracleXStudio
go to work and come
Storytime.
home. It has a lot more to it. Of course, everybody has their own mindset, and I completely understand that.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
As for me though,
Storytime.
it's very different because, you know, I feel like
Welcome
there's a
to
lot more to life than you just going to work and
MiracleXStudio
coming home.
Storytime.
Yeah, you know, you can obviously do it with what we
Welcome
try to
to
practice, which is obviously read the
MiracleXStudio
Bible, you know, go to
Storytime.
church and things like that, explore God's spiritualism and etc. And
Welcome
then,
to
you know, there's also people out there that
MiracleXStudio
just need a
Storytime.
nice vacation once in a while. Like, hey, let me go sit down and talk to my friend and have a drink or something, you
Welcome
know,
to
something small.
MiracleXStudio
It's just
Storytime.
little things like that can make your life change completely. And that's kind of what happened to me. And like,
Welcome
that's
to
kind of what I teach other people.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Which is good.
Yeah, of
Welcome
course.
to
But
MiracleXStudio
going through your
Storytime.
journey, how did it feel? How did it feel when
Welcome to
like the before and
MiracleXStudio
after?
Storytime.
Like a better understanding to the way that you feel
Welcome
like
to
you
MiracleXStudio
chose
Storytime.
to follow him.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
Can you rephrase that a little bit more?
Storytime.
Sure. Like for example, when you got to hear about
Welcome to
Fortnite for
MiracleXStudio
Jesus,
Storytime.
did you feel like when you got to be close to him,
Welcome to
you felt like,
MiracleXStudio
do I
Storytime.
need to follow him, or do I feel like I need him
Welcome
in
to
my life because he has
MiracleXStudio
changed so much,
Storytime.
to be the kind of person that I want to be.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Okay, I see what I think I see what you're saying. Yeah, I more or less
Welcome to
understood that
MiracleXStudio
he's always here
Storytime.
no matter what, regardless of what you think, even if you're an atheist, you know,
Welcome
like he
to
will always be next to you.
MiracleXStudio
And
Storytime.
it's a thing of your journey, right? So I realized, like you said, from when I first met
Welcome
him,
to
I
MiracleXStudio
again,
Storytime.
I love telling this because it's like one of my best testimonies ever. I feel like I literally saw
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
like
Storytime.
a tall figure. Mind you, this figure was like 6 foot tall. Like this is some
Welcome to
like tall dude.
MiracleXStudio
But
Storytime.
well, I wouldn't say dude. It's more like an entity because again, I couldn't see his face. But
Welcome to
yeah, I just remember like
MiracleXStudio
turning over at
Storytime.
night, and I couldn't remember if I was dreaming or not. But I opened my eyes,
Welcome to
and all I saw was
MiracleXStudio
just like
Storytime.
this tall figure with like white cloth on him, and
Welcome to
like
MiracleXStudio
I don't want to say a blue sash
Storytime.
because I feel like that's too descriptive of what Jesus wore. I don't think it was necessarily too much of that, but he definitely had long hair, and
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I just remember trying to get a good look at his face, and all I saw was like a white, bright flash of light.
Welcome to
It was actually
MiracleXStudio
insane.
Storytime.
And you know, after that, I always wondered, what is this feeling like all the time? So I started studying about it because the feeling that obviously at the time I didn't know it was really God at that point because I was still trying to figure out what I wanted to do in my life. And so I tried to think about it a lot and I meditated towards the Bible necessarily. So I like ended up following him because of the fact I realized he brings true happiness. Like the happiness I felt, and this was like the darkest time I've ever had. This is like rock bottom. This is like points of life where I don't know if I can really say this, but self-harm, you know, like I was actually doing, well, I did. I'll admit it. I did. And it was to a point where I was like, you know, numb and at like what I like to call zero radius. It's like one of my favorite terms, actually. I stopped using it. I don't know why I need to start using it again, but it's, I'm gonna go off topic here, but zero radius is like, you know, again, well, yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. Like, you know, you're at zero, you're at nothing. So when I was at that zero radius, I was like trying to figure out how to fill that hole. And like I said, that's when I saw this figure, and I just felt like this burst of energy. Like when I tell you it was more powerful than any humanized happiness. I say humanized because I truly believe that was like spiritual happiness, and that is so much stronger than I feel like anyone could imagine. And it's like I was so happy in that darkest moment because again, like I said, self-harm was like during that time, so it was like so beyond me that I've always chased that quote unquote high. Like I've always chased that thrill, I guess. And you know, like I said, I meditated about it, I read the Bible, and it was just like this is gonna sound kind of weird. Like I miss it. It sucks because I really want to feel that energy again. But again, that's due to me not having much strength in my faith, honestly. And I don't mean strength and faith as in I forgot about Jesus or forget about God in a way. It's just I'm not as connected as I think I could be, which is obviously why I go into practice and meditate and try more and more every day. But sorry, I got off topic. Again, yeah, with that connection with him, I've always wondered what it would be like, you know, not having him. So I did that. I actually did it for probably a month straight, and I tell you, man, I had everything going for me still. God still gave me everything, even though I stopped talking to him. And and the reaon I say this is God is because prime example, and this is not like a huge flex, but my computer. I literally went to this. I used to work at this for this lady and cleaned her house and stuff. And I kid you not, one day I walked in there and she's like, "Hey, you want a PC?" I turned the corner and I see just this desktop sitting there for like $400, she said. Now, mind you, this PC now, Miracle, or at least during that time even, because this was like last year, that PC was worth like $1,200, bro. And she gave it to me for $400. Now, granted, anybody can argue that and say like, oh, well, she knew you well and things like that. There's just no way though, because I've been to her house so many times and I've never seen a freaking PC at her house. How does that happen? You know what I mean? Like, she could have given it to her son. She could have given it to her grandson. But she gave it to me out of all people. And that's, like, honestly a God's given gift. Now, again, this is during the time when, yeah, sure, I went to church and stuff. But honestly, for me, I'm just going to say for me, it wasn't enough, right? So, again, I wasn't with God during this period of time. And I kept on getting these blessings. Like, I got a job, like, you know, immediately after I got fired from my next one, or well, quit, but whatever. And then, you know, that kept on piling on, and I kept on getting multiple blessings. You know, I reconnected with my friends again and everything, and it was just really, it was really eye-opening. So, again, during that time, I realized, like, hey, man, I have everything I ever wanted, which, granted, wasn't much, but still, it was everything I ever wanted, and, you know, I still felt empty.
Welcome to
So
Miracle
that's when I
Studio
again started reading
Storytime.
back into the Bible. This was probably around the end of last year,
Welcome
around
to
like maybe
Miracle
fall.
Studio Storytime.
And when I started reading it and started understanding it, I started to realize like,
Welcome to
hey,
Miracle X Studio
God's giving me all these
Storytime.
gifts, and that's why I really need to, you know, or sorry, not all the
Welcome
gifts
to
itself. That's
Miracle
not what I'm trying to
X
get at. I'm
Studio
saying for the fact
Storytime.
He's giving me all this. How do I explain this? He's given me all these gifts, and I haven't
Welcome
thanked
to
him for it
Miracle
yet.
X Studio
So I
Storytime.
decided to do that, and I've actually felt a lot happier since then. So I realized, you know,
Welcome to
whether or not,
Miracle
by the way,
X
this has nothing to do
Studio
with the fact He's
Storytime.
giving me everything. It didn't even matter if He didn't give me nothing. I feel like I still would have felt the same way. It doesn't matter. But
Welcome
I
to
had to add the
Miracle
context
X
in there
Studio
because it was
Storytime.
actually a major, not improvement, but it was a major impact on
Welcome
my
to
life.
Miracle X
So,
Studio Storytime.
you know, whenever I was reading the Bible and understanding Him, I soon come to realize
Welcome
like
to
I can't really live
Miracle
life
X
without
Studio
Jesus or God,
Storytime.
both of them. You know what I mean? Because, like I said during that time,
Welcome to
I
Miracle
had
X
everything,
Studio
and honestly,
Storytime.
there was no need for me to turn to God, but just something in me ever since I first
Welcome
seen
to
that figure,
Miracle
and
X Studio
I truly feel
Storytime.
like I connected with Jesus during this time. By the way, this was 2024, so this was only 2
Welcome
years
to
ago, which is
Miracle X
massively
Studio
insane.
Storytime.
And you know, I've always wanted to search for that, and so He
Welcome
gave
to
me that,
Miracle
and that's
X
all I
Studio
ever really wanted is
Storytime.
true happiness, and He's given it to me. Yes, I'm not perfect, you know, I
Welcome
still
to
wake up,
Miracle X
you know, every
Studio
day at least with some
Storytime.
type of anger, but I always meditate and always try to fight that. So I hope that
Welcome
answers
to
your questions in
Miracle
some way.
X Studio
Yeah.
Storytime.
It actually did. It let me know about
Welcome to
he
Miracle
always
X
wants us.
Studio
He always
Storytime.
wants you to progress. And anything that He puts to you, like
Welcome
give
to
you,
Miracle
it's-
X Studio Storytime.
Yeah.
it shows the matter that you're gonna pursue. Look
Welcome
at
to
something
Miracle
that you
X
have
Studio
accomplished
Storytime.
all this time. You're doing great with your
Welcome to
community
Miracle
that you're
X
with.
Studio Storytime.
You're doing
Yeah.
great, learning from others.
Welcome to
and
Miracle
seeing
X
how
Studio
life is different.
Storytime.
That's
Yeah.
the thing about picture about for you guys.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
That do what the Lord calls you to do.
Welcome to Miracle
Me,
X Studio
Since I
Storytime.
was born like in the Christian family,
Mhm.
the whole thing about
Welcome to
was
Miracle X
Jesus.
Studio Storytime.
My thing when I got to learn about Jesus was later on in life,
Welcome to
when I was
Miracle X Studio Storytime.
because the way how it was is you have one way when you go to church.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
Yep. Yep.
And the thing is that I've learned more about God.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
Life. He has not for one thing. For example, I asked them.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
Being a teenager.
Welcome to Miracle
Life
X
gets to
Studio
you,
Storytime.
You put that away from side once you come back.
Welcome
me
to
until,
Miracle
like,
X Studio Storytime.
Like in my late 30s, I don't know if I can be able to.
Welcome to Miracle X
have a
Studio
true
Storytime.
understanding about what Jesus' life is, what God's life was.
Welcome
and
to Miracle
the whole
X
thing about
Studio
how man
Storytime.
works. The thing about it is that he,
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
He takes
Storytime.
the things that people think like in a certain way, saying,
Welcome to
okay,
Miracle
since
X
you're a
Studio
person who
Storytime.
does, let's say, carpentry, right? You make like furniture and stuff.
Welcome to Miracle
Yeah.
X Studio
role,
Storytime.
It may be not so significant for other people, but to God, it
Welcome
seems a
to
lot more
Miracle
because
X Studio
that one
Storytime.
thing could trigger other stuff that can affect the person.
Welcome to Miracle
For example,
X
like,
Studio
Have I
Storytime.
ever told you guys the story about the dog?
Welcome to
three dogs
Miracle
chasing
X
after me?
Studio Storytime.
Nah, I don't think so.
Alright. Well, a long time ago,
Welcome to
when I was kicking
Miracle
around the
X
block,
Studio
this is where
Storytime.
Wait, how old were you?
This was with
Welcome to
18
Miracle X Studio story
I
time.
was.
Okay.
It was before I which was
Welcome to Miracle
daytime
X
one,
Studio
right?
story
So
time.
Yeah.
I was planning to go take a jog on and
Welcome to
for one
Miracle
second,
X
only
Studio
because
story time.
I was talking to a guy like brain like things were talking to the same way. Right?
Welcome to Miracle
This was
X
still
Studio
before
story
I
time.
ever knew truly about Jesus. Like in a
Welcome to
friendship way,
Miracle
like in a
X
family.
Studio story time.
I knew from him because of other people singing in the background, but not fully understood.
Welcome to Miracle X
So
Studio
this was
story
the thing
time.
that got me to be thinking, okay, to
Welcome to Miracle X
when
Studio
I was walking
story
around the
time.
block, right? I was about to go towards campus, right?
Yeah.
Across the street,
Welcome to Miracle
there
X
was
Studio
like
story time.
this gate, this metal gate, and behind
Welcome
it
to
was
Miracle
like
X
this,
Studio
3 dollars.
story
There
time.
was a small one, a medium-sized one, and a large one. When I was
Welcome
walking,
to Miracle X
like
Studio
around the
story
corner,
time.
look, I know it sounds kind of fake, but this is really true.
Welcome to
No, I
Miracle
got
X
you.
All the
Studio
gates
story
open,
time.
but there was nobody there, and it was not windy.
Welcome to Miracle X
When I saw
Studio
that
story
cage,
time.
that cage open up, right? Like
Yeah.
I saw those
Welcome
3
to
dogs
Miracle X Studio
when I was
story
running
time.
around in front. Look like directly at me,
Welcome to Miracle X
and
Studio
they started
story
crossing
time.
the road when there was still traffic.
Oh goodness.
Welcome to
These
Miracle
dogs,
X
like
Studio
I don't
story
know
time.
how in the world they dodged over all that. They didn't get hit by
Welcome to
any vehicle.
Miracle X
They were
Studio
all
story time.
barking and charging over me. And all that.
Welcome
I thought
to
in my head
Miracle
just to say
X
the word
Studio
"whoa"
story
and I
time.
put my hand, right? I thought that, like I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if
Welcome
they're
to
gonna bite me or
Miracle
whatever.
X
They're gonna bark
Studio
at me the whole
story
time
time.
I'm walking or whatever. I
Yeah.
was thinking about that. But the one thing that
Welcome to
actually
Miracle
super
X Studio story time.
is that I got to learn that God does
Welcome
not
to
like
Miracle
to
X Studio story time.
when you're having a conversation with God, you want nothing there to bother.
Welcome to Miracle
Like,
X Studio
we're
story
talking,
time.
but we don't want anything to distract,
Welcome
to
to
bother you when
Miracle
you're having
X
a
Studio story time.
conversation. And when I looked up at God, and
Welcome to Miracle X Studio story
the thing
time.
is that these 3 dogs, when they ran up and went to the side where I was,
Welcome to
all
Miracle
3
X Studio
stopped,
story time.
sat down, and then started
Oh my
sniffing
goodness.
the
Welcome
area.
to Miracle X Studio
Oh,
story
damn.
time.
They were trying to figure like when the dog was sniffing, it was saying like there was something there,
Welcome
but
to
it's not
Miracle
there.
X Studio story time.
Yeah.
And then these 3 dogs decided to turn around,
Welcome to Miracle X
walk
Studio
past,
story time.
while the still cars moving in and out.
Welcome to
Went
Miracle
inside,
X Studio
and
story
the
time.
cage closed.
Oh dang.
Welcome
I
to
wish
Miracle
I had
X
a camera
Studio
back
story
then to show
time.
you. Because the only thing I have is evidence with me and God.
Welcome to Miracle X
Sometimes that's all it
Studio
is.
story time.
And I was thinking like, okay, guys, like I was asking all these questions, and it's like,
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
I
story
don't leave
time.
upon you. It's like, show me what we need to know. And a lot of stuff like
Welcome
rolled
to
through me and my
Miracle X
questions
Studio
throughout the
story
years.
time.
Like when I was in God's God, explained to me what the end time is.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio story time.
What does it mean to follow you? Will I have
Welcome to
people
Miracle
who I'll
X
get to
Studio
meet in the
story
future
time.
that I can be able to talk about it, kind of break off this feeling of
Welcome to
not
Miracle X
being
Studio story time.
afraid to talk to others. So a lot of times for me, they always felt
Welcome to
like they
Miracle
come to
X Studio story time.
every time I ever said it to somebody, I have never been to.
Welcome to Miracle X
Nice.
Studio story time.
And for that, I feel really great. But when I came
Welcome
to
to
know
MiracleXStudio
about the part
Storytime.
with Jesus was the actual part about the lady
Welcome
who
to
came along to the
MiracleXStudio
Bible.
Storytime.
She was like
Welcome to
coming to the party like a
MiracleXStudio
little
Storytime.
with Jesus being right there with friends, and they said that this lady
Welcome
is like,
to
why is she
MiracleXStudio
pouring
Storytime.
like these like expensive scent? Supposed to be meant for
Welcome to
people who die.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
And Jesus was like telling the person like, why didn't you come to me?
Welcome to
It's like
MiracleXStudio
this lady
Storytime.
came over. She put her
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
perfume.
Storytime.
She uses her tears and her hair to clean up
Welcome to
the
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Yes.
Then what Jesus did was that he looked at her
Welcome
and
to
made her to look at her.
MiracleXStudio
And he
Storytime.
said, "For you have been forgiven."
Welcome to
And
MiracleXStudio
the thing that
Storytime.
brought me about that, because I was thinking about God, all the stuff that I did growing up.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Not in your reach, kind of.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
You never
Storytime.
forgive me like that. In that.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
That person's life who only was there.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
It's a real deal. I don't know. But she didn't say that
Welcome
to
to
the guy.
MiracleXStudio
She felt
Storytime.
that in her heart, and Jesus spoke what was to talk about
Welcome
a
to
person that can say,
MiracleXStudio
you don't know
Storytime.
them, madam, and yet you talk to them like
Welcome
like
to
a parent, like a father,
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
or a mother would say that to the kids, like, don't worry about it, we'll take care of
Welcome to
you.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
That what brought me closer to Jesus when I got to know him.
Welcome to
whole journey.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I've been
Welcome
changed
to
person ever since.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Nice.
It's crazy.
Isn't it kind of weird how
Welcome
me
to
and you, Miracle, kind of experienced that at
MiracleXStudio
such a young
Storytime.
age?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's really interesting.
Welcome
I
to
find it kind of cool
MiracleXStudio
when
Storytime.
people find God at an early age, because you realize,
Welcome to
granted,
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
of course, life is very unexpected. I just truly feel like myself,
Welcome
God
to
has a plan for you, and
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
if that plan is either short or long, whatever, that's still his plan,
Welcome to
and I feel like you will catch on at some point.
MiracleXStudio
Now, granted, I'm gonna move on from that and talk about the longer topic of
Welcome to
you know,
MiracleXStudio
people finding him young
Storytime.
and living really old. So, let's say if you do live a very long time, right, from
Welcome
20 to 80,
MiracleXStudio
that is a very
Storytime.
huge gap, right? That's like, what, 50, 60 years,
Welcome to
and it's
MiracleXStudio
insane
Storytime.
what you can learn in that amount of time. And prime example is my pastor.
Welcome to
He's
MiracleXStudio
60 something, I think,
Storytime.
and oh boy, he found God at such a young age, and he's been doing
Welcome to
ministry for
MiracleXStudio
years.
Storytime.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I, at least as far as I know,
Welcome to
but
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
he's oh man, it's so crazy because his knowledge is beyond me.
Welcome
Like
to
it,
MiracleXStudio
it's
Storytime.
massively insane. The stuff he knows is. Here's an example, right? Like, he's so
Welcome to
in tune with God
MiracleXStudio
that
Storytime.
when he tries to teach me something, he pulls out the Bible and goes to a verse every time.
Welcome
Like,
to
it's so,
MiracleXStudio
dude, it's
Storytime.
so freaking. Well, yeah, but a lot of people, again, this isn't like
Welcome to
no bad
MiracleXStudio
mojo against them or
Storytime.
whatever you want to call it, no negativity. It's just when I talk to people,
Welcome to
God speaks through them,
MiracleXStudio
so it's
Storytime.
fine. But just the way he pulls out a verse is just insane.
Welcome
Like,
to
he has the answer
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
for like everything. But of course, it's God's answer, because he always says that. He always makes sure
Welcome
that
to
it's not him, it's definitely God,
MiracleXStudio
because again, that's his
Storytime.
scripture. But
God's
oh boy.
just using them. you know?
Yeah, of course. But oh
Welcome
boy,
to
when he pulls out that verse, it's like,
MiracleXStudio
holy
Storytime.
crap. It's like, dude, he'll open up the book. Like
Does he
it's
just
close.
know where
To
the voice is, like the
MiracleXStudio
verses?
Storytime.
Just
Yes. Yes,
It's
dude.
crazy.
He is so in tune. It's not even
Welcome to
like it's not funny.
Miracle
It's
I wanna
Studio
get
Storytime.
that. Like
I know.
I wanna be able to do that one day. That'd be so great.
Welcome to
Me too.
MiracleXStudio
He actually wants me to take up after him, but I'm kind of just not ready yet. It'll be a little bit, but I just don't want to be for too long. Yeah, I told him myself, I told him personally, I don't want to wait too long because I don't want him to pass away and, you know, I'm stuck here confused. But me and him talked. He basically said, I'm not going to leave you here confused, you know. He said he's going to train me and help me and everything, which is nice, you know. Because honestly, I feel like if I would have never told him that, he probably would have never told me that either, to be fair. I would have been stuck, like, wondering what is going to happen, you know, what if. And I always don't like living on what ifs, which is really unfortunate.
You just gotta trust God, you know?
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
What about you, Trey?
I
know you have a testimony.
got like a testimony, but I'm not sure. So I like always grew up in church and everything. Like I went like with my mother and stuff like that. And like I was always a little discouraged going because it like always took up my weekend on Saturdays. So I grew up kind of being discouraged about it. But eventually, once I got older and a little bit wiser and learning from people, I genuinely like started to find God. And then I got baptized, and my pastor was talking to me at the time, and he was basically saying, like, now that you're going public about your faith and everything, like, life's gonna get harder. The devil's gonna be after you. And I tell you, he was right. He was 100% right about that. Started, like, a bunch of stuff happened, like, my health went down the drain, my father died, everything like that. And I mean, like,
Welcome to
MiracleXStudio
Storytime.
a little. I had to learn to be grateful for everything that I had, even like just the time I had with people. Because I mean, like, I've had like a couple family members pass and everything, and like if you sit there and think about the negative, how you're not going to get to see them anymore in this life, that's what's going to consume you. But if you think about all the time that you did have with them, that's all you think about, and you're happy about it. Like, you're content with it. And I've had to, like, change mindsets recently, because I always, like, think about, like, the negative, like, my shortcomings and stuff like that. And I've had to really change my mindset to trust God, that everything's happening for a reason, and like how everything's going. But to look more positively on life, and I can say that's definitely helped.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio.
People always ask about my testimony, and I don't got like a really good story to tell. Maybe I need to think on it some more.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
That's fair.
Storytime.
But I know I can definitely talk about the recent stuff like that.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Even if it's small stuff, it can still be used part of your testimony.
Welcome to
You know what I mean?
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Another thing, God can use for anybody to do amazing things.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Pastor that was talking about how his mom had like polio.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Like when he was talking with the pastor.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Pastor about going back in church. He didn't want
Welcome
her
to
to go back.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
The thing is that she was trying to prove to the guy that God will still use her.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
And the thing, what she was trying to get was that she wanted
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Her, you know, have like Sunday school, right? This happened
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
70s. the whole thing came about, and he got a chance
Welcome
to get
to
like a
Miracle
bus
X
driver
Studio
to help him
Storytime.
out to get like at least 2 bus drivers that can take some people to Sunday school.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
Well,
Storytime.
with that being done, like the guy like the
Welcome
bus
to
driver didn't
Miracle
get to go
X
to
Studio
church.
Storytime.
But he was saying, yeah, I'll give you a try, just to help him out. But
Welcome
over
to
the years,
Miracle X Studio
when she was still
Storytime.
teaching, she got to have a chance
Welcome
to
to
have the bus
Miracle
driver
X
to bring
Studio
even more
Storytime.
people to join in, like to the point like
Welcome to
several years
Miracle X
she
Studio
got up
Storytime.
to have 35 bus drivers and over 5,000 people.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
Because from her old pastor, she got to. When you got
Welcome to
they didn't
Miracle
want
X Studio
for having
Storytime.
that kind of like disability.
Welcome to Miracle
That
X Studio
he chose,
Storytime.
I'm choosing God that God will take a person who had this certain thing
Welcome to
and
Miracle
make it even
X
better.
Studio Storytime.
Yes.
And that kid turned out, like I said, turned out to be
Welcome to Miracle
a
X
pastor
Studio
later on.
Storytime.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
But
Storytime.
that's the thing about Prologue and Enjoy. God can
Welcome to
take
Miracle
a person
X
to change his
Studio
whole life,
Storytime.
depending on the situation what's going on. Like, for example,
Welcome to Miracle
like in
X
the
Studio
book of
Storytime.
Ezekiel, it talked about a pastor who was living
Welcome
during
to
the
Miracle
time of
X
the
Studio
Babylon.
Storytime.
And God told him to, hey, tell everybody else that you gotta fix up your
Welcome to
attitude, you gotta
Miracle
fix up
X
all these
Studio
things,
Storytime.
because if not, you're not gonna be able to get out. You know what I mean?
Welcome to Miracle
This was
X Studio Storytime.
The Israelites were being rebellious.
Welcome
And
to
he
Miracle X Studio
told them that we're
Storytime.
gonna do some new tricks in order
Welcome
for
to
people to
Miracle
pay attention.
X Studio
Like the way he
Storytime.
has to sleep, the same thing. Hey, good
Welcome
evening.
to Miracle X Studio
He was
Storytime.
talking to him about saying you have to change certain ways, like the way you sleep, how you
Welcome
eat,
to
how you
Miracle
talk to
X
people
Studio
else,
Storytime.
that kind of ruling, because he knows what people attitudes.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
To be
Storytime.
able to go back to the promise and stuff like that. And God will
Welcome to Miracle
that
X Studio Storytime.
But not only that, he also
Welcome to Miracle X
understand
Studio
that
Storytime.
God is building up the new city, because Jerusalem was basically like town.
Welcome to Miracle X
And
Studio
he
Storytime.
basically plot out like the whole thing. If you imagine,
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
you're standing outside,
Storytime.
you're looking at the night sky, and on the night sky you see a 3D render of
Welcome
the
to
city.
Miracle X Studio
Inspiration
Storytime.
out what is needed to be built. And the person who built that were like
Welcome to Miracle X
600
Studio
years
Storytime.
later, like King Solomon, the son of David.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
Think about that. A person who
Welcome to Miracle
think, oh,
X
God
Studio
told me to say there's something
Storytime.
better. God transformed to see about what's not that a king
Welcome to Miracle
who
X
only thing he
Studio
has God is for
Storytime.
wisdom, and God gave him to build up the altar where it is.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
That's the thing about what I enjoy about
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
like
Storytime.
the old. I bet you heard this from the church, like the song that is on time God.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio
Storytime.
Storytime.
Because he lives outside of time. So when you say, God, please heal me, my leg is hurting.
Welcome to
Please
Miracle
heal me
X
because my
Studio
arm is hurting.
Storytime.
God sees it as like, hey, there you go. You may not see it
Welcome
from that,
to
but you
Miracle
see the
X
part where
Studio
you're just laughing
Storytime.
and using that part of your body, or doing something that you thought that you never did.
Welcome to Miracle X Studio Storytime.
Really good
Welcome to
story.
Miracle X Studio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Yeah, you're
Welcome
good.
to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
It's still like.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
Oh no, you're good, bro.
Storytime.
So yeah, like I said before, God will
Welcome
use
to
him.
MiracleXStudio Storytime.
For you guys, whatever you guys gonna do.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
It's like, okay, what Instant's gonna do?
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
right
Storytime.
You're gonna hang with this person, and you have no clue that other person is gonna.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Actually, maybe you have a respawn, and then all of a sudden you say, God.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Even though it might respond something different, you can say, please change this person's part or.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
For you, Chef.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
What fits in the whole criteria, whatever.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
I need you for this because I need you.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Like right now, when we're doing this podcast, I feel so very blessed.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
Yeah, of course.
I've been wanting to share the word, and I'm not the best at doing it, but I've been trying.
That's all that matters, bro.
Is this like one of the better ways to share? Is this how you do it, Miracle?
Yeah.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio
I try. I put like Bible verses in the beginning of my videos.
Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio Storytime.
There we go. I saw the problem what it was having.
Good.
Is that much better?
What?
I think he's talking to his viewer.
I'm talking to my viewer here. Okay, good. How you doing today? But anyway, yeah, that those are the kind of things that I see what God motivates for other people, and like for this one right here, I enjoy. Oh, that's good. Okay, so yeah, this I like to use for this for opening up more kind of a feel.
What did he say? What the heck?
He said, clean up the house. Meanwhile, he's laughing.
Nice.
So yeah, but yeah, my I was gonna say that my favorite like Bible character is for Ezekiel. Not only for he built up for what's gonna happen for the future, but the way he discussed what God looked like, and what a lot of people, if you get to read about it, his beginning vision about seeing him uh may seems kind of strange because if you understood it, for other people will mistakenly be thinking like it's like a space saucer because he sees like wheels inside of wheels, animals with different faces and stuff like that
Uh-huh.
on his throne. And it was basically explaining about what he sees in heaven and what he sees uh, for for that time when God was talking to him. So it really blows him away. Same thing what they did with John when he was in the that he was in prison after like the whole raid came about with the Christians and after Jesus left. He got to see the whole vision of what was going on in the future, which it tells about like what's going to happen towards the end time. And I also like the book of Isaiah, which is a little bit brutal, but it is more determined about the changes was going to happen in the end times and stuff. That everybody thought during their time was going to be it, and it didn't get to come. They did it. They didn't even do the prank with Paul a long time that that other people were talking about when he's talking about the end of times. That everybody else came around and grabbed like a horn from a goat and like a ram and started blowing it and try to trick people saying, "Oh, you didn't make it on time." He wrote down like a letter towards these people about saying you're not supposed to do that kind of stuff, and people don't understand about certain situation or certain scripture what it says in the Bible or what Jesus was talking about. I mean, I can go on and on with people who's in the Bible. It's insane. The Old Testament was crazy. God's law, which was changed because of Jesus. It's a good thing we don't follow through because there was a funny moment my wife and I were reading. He said,
Yeah.
God said like to Moses, it's like when it was coming to the Mount Sinai, when it was about to talk to him and get the tablets, to have the whole rules, right, the Ten Commandments. He said, let the people stay in the base, but do not build stairs. Literally, he says, do not build stairs because everybody will see your private parts.
Wait, can you say
It
that
said
again?
that in the Bible, in the Old Testament.
Can you say that again? What'd you say?
He said, look, God said this. He said this. Don't let people build up stairs when he was climbing up to Mount Sinai, when he was about to talk with God to get the Ten Commandments, right? God
Yeah.
specifically said to the people, do not build any stairs. Because the people can be able to see your private parts. He wrote that in the Bible. And when I was like chuckling, like, what, that really says that in there? It's like, yeah. There was even like other parts. For example, I'm not sure if you got to hear the book in Judges about Samson. Samson was the guy who had like long dreads, and he had he was told from birth, and he told his mom too about saying, "Hey, do not let him eat like dead animal or like that kind of stuff. Keep him healthy and keep him righteous with you, right?" So Samson was this like Hercules kind of a dude, right? And he was one of the judges, which means like he basically somebody has a problem, they come to him, right? But
Yeah.
he was checking out this one girl, right? And it was from another tribe, and he was trying to like hook up with her, and the whole time that the girl got to know about there was that he was like a Hebrew person, like an Israelite. It was like saying, like, man, I want to know how you that strong? What's the purpose of all that? And then in the Bible, he didn't really want to say about what's the actual purposes because of his Lux hair, like his long hair. But he told
Yeah.
about everything and said, if you tie me around with the rope, I bet you'll be weak. So she got one of her boys to do that, and she's trying to see if it was a way to make him weak. If it didn't help. did the same thing about what he ate and what he had to do. But the whole time she was nagging on him. Hey, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. So after the whole time they were doing that, he said, okay, okay, I'll tell you the truth. My actual weakness is my hair. I did not like that. And then when she did that, he did feel a little bit weaker. And they got to the people who was with her got to grab him up and took him to the stadium, and they were torturing him because of what he'd done to to the people.
Yeah.
And and the whole time when it was like there, they, you know, they made him so bad that it blinded the guy, right? So
Gosh.
so he was asking for for guys like, please God, forgive me for all the things I'm doing, but if you let this be, let me go with these people. You know? And when
Yeah.
he says to go with the people, he basically saying like kill them, right? Because of what had done to him and what had done with other people. So God him a chance to get him the ultimate strength, and because he was tied with two pillars, he pulled it down and destroyed a whole like a whole village. The same village that was mocking him and trying to get him because the people didn't like him or these other people. The one that made him go towards this woman, her name was Delilah. I'm not saying like it's like God can forgive a lot of other people, and for a person who loves God like King David, who wrote some of Proverbs and a lot of Psalms, it's like if you read that, it's basically a love note talking about God. I've been going through this. You know, people are against me. People are trying to get at me. I am scared what was going to happen. People are going to torture me, and it's nice poetry, right? But the whole
Yeah.
entire time, he writes it in the same way as the Bible does. He lets it introduce for himself who he is. Then he introduced the part where he's about to go into situation. Then it goes to a situation, and at the very end, God helps him out how to be able to come out of it. Because God felt really bad for Saul that said like, I chose this guy, but he decided to not follow my rules. So I'm gonna let this young shepherd boy become a ruler and become a descendant of Jesus. So yeah, that a lot of the books from what I've read over time, it took me a lot of appreciation to know, like when people think, for example, if they think that why is God is mean on the ultimate Old Testament but good on the New, and it's because it's not being mean or anything. He's been the same person. It's the same thing as the same if a friend been upset with you for a long time, that person still doesn't want to say I don't want to be friends, still want to be friends and fix everything up. That's how God works in his mind. And the reason why he brought for Jesus is because he knows that mankind can't be able to make it on their own in order to pursue the life of what God did. And he gave his only begotten son in order to make that happen.
Yeah.
And for that, that's why a lot of people around the world have these transformations. And I mean, you guys seen it in your own parts of your life. How is it day and night kind of. So that I feel so happy that he brings that out for a lot of the people.
You like that, don't you, Miracle?
I do.
I heard that, man. I heard that. I know that, bro. I know that sound. That, oh man, that, yes, dude, that sound is so nice. Oh, yes, sir.
So, is there anything you guys like to talk about? For what would be new plans for like if you're doing another broadcast and stuff like that?
Give me 1 second. Hold on, I'm
I
starting a
mean,
live
on here
stream.
for next time.
Yeah, if you
Uh,
so I can be able to talk for anybody else who to follow you and to see if you have anything new that you want to share.
Oh no, I definitely need to start. I'm trying to get back into reading every day, and if I find like some scriptures that really resonate with me, I definitely gotta write them down so I can talk about them next time.
Studio Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio 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 Storytime. Welcome to MiracleXStudio.
Has been a Miracle X Studio production.
Salvation Prayer. Heavenly Father, I come to you as a sinner in need of a Savior. I believe that Jesus Christ is the Son of God and the Savior of the world. Today I make Jesus the Lord of my life. I believe he died so I could be forgiven and rose again to give me life.
This is my new beginning. I am a child of God.